Hi everybody, welcome. It's Michelle Newton, the Aussie Angel Lady here with some exciting news to let you know that I am launching my How Angels Talk to You webinar series in April. So I would love you to join me. Seats are limited, so I would advise you to jump in as soon as you can. Hey Mary. So the classes start on April the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th and the 23rd, Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock Melbourne Australian time, and they're being conducted by Zoom, so you do need a tiny little bit of technical being able to open an email, click on a link and download Zoom. That's about all there is to it. So I'm really looking forward to this. We did it last year and it was a very successful, and we had an amazing group of ladies. It's open to men though as well, so hey Mark. And so so I'd love some guys to join us. I think I might have one, so we'll see how many more. We've got 2 weeks to go. So what the class is about really is it's an accumulation of all my work. This is actually a real passionate thing of mine, which is really unlocking the secret language of angels and learning to understand how angels communicate with you. And they communicate with every one of us differently, and there's absolutely such a wide range of ways that they communicate. And I've really pretty much lived this. So my nursing background of 30 years really put me in the right place to learn how to tune in, follow those gut instincts, listen to my angels' guidance, and become extremely observant, because we were trained in the old school way at the hospital, like an apprenticeship. And, we were thrown in the deep end pretty much, and we really learnt to use every skill and intuitive ability that we had as nurses, and nurses to this day still use that. So it was a great training platform for me. And then eventually when I started to really, I just started to notice more things and notice the way the angels were talking to me more, I really started to throw myself into researching this topic. And really the reason why I haven't brought a book out about it is because I'm still learning about it, which is amazing. And it actually took time for the angels to get me to experience some of the really advanced angel signs and synchronicities. So I've actually lived them as well. So I have a wealth of knowledge to pass down to you, which I cannot wait to do. So really this research leads me to this this little series, webinar series, and I have a wealth of knowledge and the most amazing photographs to show you that are real. Some have come from students. We've just done a challenge on my closed page, and some amazing photos came from that as well. So it's just like this thing that just keeps snowballing. So it's really exciting and fabulous. What you'll learn in the class is that you'll learn different ways that the angels send you messages. You'll really heighten your observational skills and your psychic abilities, and strengthen that. I always talk about the antenna. Strengthen that antenna that everybody has. It just needs to be used and practiced. You'll discover your go-to signs that the angels know that you're really good at, and then you'll discover them, and then you'll just keep getting hounded with them, so that'll be great. You'll learn about advanced signs and synchronicities, and especially some that have actually been downloaded to me, and the angels have actually had me live them and experience them, so I can pass it on and teach you. So that's really lovely. So they're actually true and very powerful sequences of signs that lead us to really powerful moments. You'll also learn how to journal your signs, so that you can start to look at the symbology of what you're experiencing and looking at really deep meanings that the angels is trying to show you. So some things that we cover, of course we're going to cover feathers. Everybody knows that the feather is the ancient sign of the angel. So I'm going to give you an example here. This is something that I found quite a while ago, and I've kept it because it's really quite amazing. So it is a little white and orange feather that is stuck in this, definitely like a fork in the road. And this would depend on what I was thinking at the moment, what was going on in my life at the moment. I actually can't remember because this was a long time ago, but this is certainly probably my creativity taking a new direction, I would say. The angels were guiding it into a new direction. And that feather It was like that when I found it, and it's still there. So how magnificent is that? So that's just an example. So that's a simple feather sign, but then it's compounded by other symbologies with the stick, the colour, and the list goes on and on and on. So that's one example. Feathers can present in many, many different ways, not just on the ground, and there's lots of different ones. I actually experienced one firsthand just a few months ago with my niece that I have never seen before. So this just keeps growing. So, you know, you may think that a feather is a simple sign, but when you actually find something like this, it actually really ups the ante on it. We're going to look at signs that come to us in nature, so in the sky, animal ostenture. That's a very interesting area. Animals, as you know, I'm not one to have a lot of pets. I used to have beautiful corgi dogs, don't get me wrong, I love animals, but you know, and I can't be everything. So people always say, why aren't you, you know, rah, rah, rah with animals? And I said, well, I love animals and I like to look at them, but, you know, I just don't have time to run a ranch and all that sort of stuff. So just the other day, I was telling my group last night this story, which is a true story. I actually get rabbit signs. So I know my signs really, really well, and I even have bought myself some little rabbit figurines, like the hear no evil, speak no evil, because they have very deep significance to me. When I get rabbit signs, I know things are happening. Things are manifesting quicker than I think, often very good for my business and money. So that's, you know, what I pick up. There can be about fertility, far too old for that, but it can be about things growing quicker than you realise. So there's lots of different symbology for rabbits. The other day I was sitting in my office. This is a true story. My auntie passed away. I've actually lost 3 aunties in the last 12 months, which is very sad. All beautiful, beautiful women too, mind you. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make the funeral because I had a couple of staffing things going on. And I was thinking about it. I was in my office here, I was working, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to get to this funeral? Am I going to be able to get to this funeral? And then all of a sudden, there was this loudest racket outside. I live next door to my sister, and in the tree, this bird was making such a racket. I could not think, and it was not going to shut up until I went. So I went outside. I said, what is your issue? What's going on, Kookaburra? What do you want to tell me? And it just gobbled, 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 and it carried on and stayed for quite some time. And then eventually it flew away. And I thought, okay, I need to go in and look up the symbology of the Kookaburra, because, you know, it has lots of deep symbology. Every animal does. So I came in, looked up the meaning, and thought, okay, that's interesting. And then it turns out I was able to go to the funeral, so I was so grateful for that. And I took my mum, and no one else in the family could make it. They were all sick or busy or whatever, so that was fine. So I was meant to go. And they're doing, at the service, they're doing a slideshow about her life, which was so interesting. And as a little girl, I could talk about her love of nature. I mean, I knew her husband had been on farms and had a lot to do with dogs and showing dogs and cows and stuff like that, but she had a real love of nature. And here's this photo of her and her sister standing there holding kookaburras. I kid you not. So I thought, oh my goodness, I just had that kookaburra come to me. It actually came to me, seriously. It was not going to shut up until I went out and spoke to it. And here she is holding the kookaburra. And then after that, so that was amazing. I was, oh my goodness, that's amazing. And then I took Mum out to the wake. It was at a beautiful winery in Moama. And it had an outdoor area, you know, for seating, and indoors. And I sat Mum down. And we honestly hadn't been there no longer than about 5 minutes. And in flew a kookaburra on the outside, you know, railing. And it just sat there and watched everyone turning up to the wake. I mean, it's a series of synchronicities, and especially when things happen more than twice, you really have to pay attention. And a part of the symbology of the kookaburra is about being very peaceful in spirit. So I took it as definitely it was her sign. She definitely sent the sign. Her angel sent the sign to me. And it was telling me that she was happy and that she had passed really peacefully, and that she was, you know, she was happy in spirit. So that's an amazing series of events. So all simple signs but lead to one synchronistic event. So that was beautiful. And then I will tell my uncle one day when I get the chance. We look at words and numbers, colours. As I said, that feather takes on another layer of meaning with the orange colour. Abundance, angel signs. Then we look at electrical signs, all sorts of ways that the angels can manipulate things. I've been doing readings. Of course, you know I do readings regularly at the AOK Healing Centre. But my phone is way away from me. I always use the clock because I can talk underwater, as you know. Set it for the time so that I can keep to time because I have a lot of readings. And Suri has been interrupting the readings. I kid you not. The angels can manipulate electronics so easily. They love it. And they're having quite a field day with my readings. Once she said to a lady, it just went ding, and I thought, oh, what's going on here? And Suri goes, I've got a book for you to read. And this has happened sometimes twice in a reading. My phone speaks. That's the angels, because we get such a high vibration in the room when we're doing the readings, and they can manipulate, they can flicker lights, as you probably already know, to turn music on and off. But now Suri's speaking in my readings. Oh my goodness, true story. I talk about golden tongue wisdom, transcendent angel signs, synchronistic events, parallel lives. This is something that I've actually have a true story for. This is something lived that I'm going to share with you. Epiphany, serendipity, consequential compounding signs, and we look at journaling and how to pull it all together to make sense of what's going on. So it is, I have a wealth of knowledge to share with you. I can't wait for you to join me. You know, the angels are forever, ever sending us guidance, forever sending us reassurance. It's free. You just have to learn how to unlock the language. It's like learning another language, really, but it's not that hard as learning another language. I've done all the hard work. I can help you. I can teach you. And I've got the beautiful, so visual, beautiful photos and stories. I love to tell stories, and they're all true stories. None of them's made up. Honest to God, as God is my witness. It is just an amazing topic, and it is really the cornerstone of being able to manifest really, really well, because you can actually tune into your angels and ask for guidance and know that they've sent it to you very, very quickly. So if you've got any questions, please PM me or send me an email, aokangels@gmail.com. There's $50 off for my viewers here. Just click the link in the description. I'll pop it in the comments as well. And I'm considering increasing the price next week. I'm not sure whether I will or not, but I am considering that. So, and it's the limited spaces, so get your seat today. I can't wait for you to join me. Please like and share this live stream, because it could be of interest to somebody, and the birds speaking out there now. So, yes, fantastic. I can't wait to see you. There's a closed group. You're put into a private group. Everything is replayed. There's free PDFs. Absolutely fantastic content, and you actually get to join a group. And the last group, we had people all over the world, and they became best friends, and they're still in that group. It's never taken down, communicating with each other, asking each other questions, and finding like a spiritual little, you know, family of friends, which is really beautiful. So I look forward to seeing you. As I said, some of these things will never happen to you, and that's probably just a fact, but they have happened to me so that I can teach it to you. So really quite remarkable. So I look forward to joining you starting on April the 2nd. So let your friends know. Please like and share. I'd be very grateful. And Michelle Newton, the Aussie Angel Lady, can't wait to talk to you about how angels talk to you and unlock the secret language of angels. Bye.